Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is Abdul Nasir Jangda from Qalam Institute, coming to you once again with a special session of the Qalam Hangout, 30 days, 30 questions, where we're trying to answer your questions about the month of Ramadan. The question that we have today is, can I pray Qiyam after praying the Witr? So let me go ahead and qualify and lay the foundation for this question. So the month of Ramadan is a very unique time with certain unique aspects of worship. One of them being the Tarawih prayer that is offered every night in masajid and communities across the world. Well, another aspect of that is that Ramadan is a very unique opportunity where we offer the Witr prayer together in congregation, in Jama'ah, as a group. The Imam leads the Witr prayer, many places makes a very beautiful dua. So a lot of times folks are motivated to pray the Witr prayer with the Imam in the masjid as a part of the group. Well, what happens if you do come back home and you find the opportunity, you're able to have the motivation, the inclination towards offering extra Qiyam prayers? Then can you still offer them once you've already offered your Witr? So this question arises from a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, an authentic narration in which the Prophet ﷺ says, "Ij'alu akhira salatikum bil-layli witran," that make the last prayer of your night the Witr. So make the last prayer of your night at the nighttime, make it the Witr prayer. So now because of that, the Prophet ﷺ so the first thing I should explain is that the Prophet ﷺ is using the command form, but this command form is not to obligate, but rather to emphasize and to give a recommendation. Nevertheless, the Prophet ﷺ is still recommending that we offer the Witr prayer as the last prayer of the night. So if I already offered my Witr prayer, then can I pray more or not? That is the question. So when we look at the life of the Prophet ﷺ, we find even narration in Sahih Muslim tells us that it is established and it is proven that the Prophet ﷺ did offer extra nafil voluntary prayers after having already prayed his Witr on occasion. Along with that, we have the very famous statement of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, may Allah be pleased with him, where Abu Bakr says that he used to himself prefer to offer the Witr prayer, even individually by himself throughout the rest of the year. He preferred to offer the Witr prayer immediately after following the Isha prayer. And then he said that I would still look forward to, I would make my best effort to wake up later on in the night and then offer the Tahajjud, the Qiyam prayers. And so when you put all of these different pieces of the puzzle together, what we find is that not only is it okay to offer extra Qiyam after having prayed your Witr prayer, but in fact, it is recommended. It is something that is commendable, something that is admirable. It is something that is recommended and a source of great reward. So what it basically boils down to is that the Prophet ﷺ is giving a recommendation. If somebody has the wherewithal, the ability to implement that recommendation, most definitely go for it. Hold off your Witr till the end of the night once you're done with your Qiyam prayers. However, if it's a situation where you're not really sure how the night's going to play out, then go ahead, and it is completely valid and acceptable for you to offer your Witr prayer after the Isha prayer or after your Tarawih prayer. And then again, if you get the opportunity to do more Qiyam during the night, go for it. It's all good. Now there's one possible idea that somebody might have that how we can solve this problem. Somebody prayed their Witr with the Imam after the Tarawih prayer. They woke up later in the night, decided to offer more Qiyam. Now what they're going to do is they're going to offer a second Witr prayer to replace their previous Witr prayer. And now they did make the Witr prayer the last prayer of their night. After having already offered it earlier, they just replaced it and substituted it. And that's maybe an idea somebody might have. The problem with that idea is that the Prophet ﷺ has very clearly forbidden this practice, where he said, La witrana fi laylatin, there cannot be two witr prayers within one night, but the witr is offered at one time. It's very unique, and since there cannot be multiple witr prayers offered within one night, therefore, when again you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, offer your witr prayer whenever it suits you best. If you'd offer it earlier in the night, it's all good. If you're able to hold it off, even better. But if you offered it earlier and you find yourself with the opportunity to pray more extra Qiyam prayers, then go ahead and go for it. There's nothing wrong with it at all whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. So this has been the Qalam Hangout. I hope and pray everyone benefits and everyone's able to offer as much extra Qiyam prayers and Nafil prayers throughout the month of Ramadan. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to send in your questions. You can tweet them. You can leave them on the Qalam Facebook page. You can leave them in the comments of this video. And you can even email them to us as well, questions@qalaminstitute.org. We look forward to answering as many of your questions as possible. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.